शेषा शून्यवादी शाश्वत विषकारी. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I could not believe this. I could not believe this. Mataji, you are very, very fortunate to have someone like Anya. She is so young and she spelled everything properly. Wow. Actually, we all should learn. We all should learn. There's a lot to learn from such amazing. Actually, let me tell you, you all are little kids. Some of us are adults as well, but many of us are little kids. Please understand, age does not matter. Age really does not matter. Yeah, it might be possible. It might be possible that someone who is 2 year, 3 year, 4 year old may have more bhakti, may be more dedicated, may be more pure, and someone who is 40, 50, 60 year old might be less pure. That is possible. Let's start. Thank you so much. Now, Deepa Mataji would help us chant together. So, first, let's start with Deepa Mataji's Kirtan. Everyone would join in. First, Deepa Mataji would do, then everyone would unmute, and everyone would do. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Everyone unmute.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everyone unmute.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Unmute.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Now, Richa Mataji would tell us in a very, very amazing way the journey of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Everyone ready to hear? Mataji, you may share the screen in the meanwhile. Everyone ready to hear? Yeah? It was amazing journey of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. It was unbelievable journey. Everyone heard? Everyone remember from day one of Bhagavad Gita? We told about His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, how he did amazing things. Yeah? Now that old past time that we have talked about would be in detail, in complete detail. Yeah. So yes, Richa Mataji would share. Are you able to share the screen? Is there any problem?
Prabhuji, I'm having trouble sharing the PDF. It doesn't give me an option.
Okay. So you can again.
Oh, I got it, Prabhuji. Yeah, it's here.
Okay, just a minute. Let me get you.
Is it visible, Prabhuji?
It is getting visible. Okay. In a minute. Everyone will see that. It takes a while. It takes a while for PDF to get shared. Yeah. Now everything is shared. Now let's understand His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada's journey. Now this is really very amazing. Look, I should not use the word, but it is comics. Yeah. So, how many of you have read comics earlier? Yeah, comic book. Have you read? Can someone unmute and tell us? Has anyone read comic book earlier? Yeah, Monica has read. Anyone else? No. It would be really very, very amazing. Yeah. Purnima has read. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's understand this. And I'm again writing in the group. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. Hare Krishna, Richa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity of serving Krishna and serving Vaishnavas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the devotees for joining us. So this is kind of an extension to the 18 days Bhagavad Gita classes that you all attended, or some of you attended with Sriram Prabhuji. And we will be going in detail now into Bhagavad Gita, into different other pastimes. So today we will be sharing the life story of Srila Prabhupada. Everybody or most of you should know about him or would get to know about him. We would talk in detail about his life, how everything happened, how he spread the word about Krishna consciousness, and not only in India but the whole world. So we did the prayer. We would need some volunteers to read. If anyone would like to volunteer, you can simply raise your hands, and I would just pick on any of the volunteer, and then we can talk in detail about it. After we are done with the pastime, then we will have some time for questions and answers. If you have any questions, if you want to share something, then we can do it later on. So anyone who is interested in reading can just simply raise their hands, and I would just pick on them. Prabhuji, is the screen visible?
Hare Krishna, yes Mataji, and I'm always available. You can always unmute me. I'm 24/7 available. Okay? Yeah. For any Krishna work, if I could be of help, I'm more than happy.
Okay, we have one volunteer. Okay. Come on, everybody, just participate. It'll be fun. It's like comic. You know, it's fun to read comics, right? With your friends, it's the same. I see Monica had raised her hand. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Monica, you can start reading. The cover is, this is a life story of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is the founder, Acharya of the ISKCON, which is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Monica, you can start reading, please. I will scroll the screen for you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for volunteering.
Thank you.
Okay, you can start reading from here.
Okay. Means on August 13.
Yes.
Okay, Mata. On August 13, 1965, A.C. Bhakti Tividenta Swami Prabhupada set sail from India from the United States. He possessed only a Sanskrit
handful. You missed a line, Monica. He possessed only a handful. The line before. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Handful of rupees and a trunk filled with his translations of ancient Sanskrit
scriptures.
Sanskrit scriptures in the years to come. The impact of his journey west would be felt around the world and would touch the lives of millions of people. This was a journey that had begun nearly 70 years before in his father's house, where the seeds of devotion had been planted in his pure young heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica. So we just read that how Srila Prabhupada, his name, the full name is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, how he started his journey on August 13th, 1965. He left for United States and he just carried a handful of stuff with him. And this is how he began his journey. Also that he had the seed of devotion and Krishna consciousness planted in his heart since he was very young, because his family was also Krishna consciousness. We will get to know about this in detail once we start reading forward. Do we have any more volunteers? Please read, because it's fun to read. Please serve Krishna. Thank you. I see Anshika. Anshika, do you want to read?
Yes.
Please start.
The D family worshipped daily at a local Radha Krishna temple, and the young child Abhay imitated such worship in his play with small deities given to him by his father.
Can you see it? Anshika, you can keep reading. I will let you know when you need to stop.
I'm not able to see. Please go.
No?
Hare Krishna, it is visible.
Do you see it now?
No.
Okay. Some problem with
No. Okay. Gaur Mohan also took his son to see the Ratha Yatra festival in Calcutta. Turning with the temple deities during which the temple deities are set on large chariots and pulled through the streets in joyful procession. When they returned home, Father, I want to perform Ratha Yatra. Can I have a cart? Yes, I will try to find a carpenter to build it, Abhay. I am I'm sorry, son, but I cannot set anyone to build a cart for you. Uh, so, what's wrong with the dear child? But when no carpenter will build a small ratha, I became heartbroken. Just then, a strange woman
Walked up.
Walked up to Gaur Mohan.
Again, it is not visible.
Is it visible, Anshika?
There's some problem with the network. Not with Anshika, but her network.
Anyone else would like to read?
Bhumi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. He is carving because he wants to perform a little Ratha Yatra, but nobody will build a small cart for him. Oh, I have just such a cart. Come and see. Here is the cart. Please take it for your festival. Oh, Father, how wonderful! Now we can have our very own Ratha Yatra. He asked his mother and her friends to cook a feast. Please cook puris, halava, sabji, rice, and laddu. Abhay engaged his friends in helping repair and paint the cart.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Bhumi. So everybody just noticed how the family of Srila Prabhupada, his name when he was young, he was known by Abhay Charan De. That was his name. How the family is involved in Krishna consciousness, how he participated with his father in, he witnessed Rath Yatra festival. And then he also wanted a Rath Yatra to be done around his house. So he wanted a cart to be made. His father was looking for a carpenter. He could not find one, but someone came to help. Who do you think sent that someone to help? Who do you think sent that woman to make that cart for Srila Prabhupada? Wasn't that Krishna? Krishna sent that woman to make that cart for Srila Prabhupada so that he could do the Rath Yatra. And then he started preparing. He's asking his mother to cook everything, cook puri, halwa, sabji, rice, and laddus. All the friends are helping too. Everyone is so happy. Do you see that? That's the happiness that we experience when we work for Krishna. You see them all happy and smiling. So that's what we are doing here, serving Krishna. Bhumi, do you want to continue reading?
Yes, Mataji.
Sure.
Finally, everything was ready and Abhay happily performed his little Ratha Yatra festival. Thus, from his childhood, Abhaya's life was filled with remembrance of Krishna's pastimes. As Abhay grew older and ready for marriage, his father continued to guide him. But father, I am more attracted by the beauty of another girl. Why must I marry this one? If you marry a girl who is too beautiful, you will not be able to leave her later in life to take up spiritual practices. During his college days, Abhay became active in Gandhi's independence movement. He is to lecture at 1 o'clock. I hope we are not late. Gandhi's speech captivates the audience. Gandhi was saying that India's spiritual culture is now being suppressed by the British. I don't know, Abhay. I have heard other holy men speak differently. I attended the lecture of a great sadhu last week. I think you should meet him. This is special before you make your judgment. I insist that you meet him. Well, all right, if you insist. I have met many sadhus. What is the use of going there and wasting time? You are an educated man who speaks English. Why don't you preach Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message throughout the whole world? Who will hear Chaitanya's message while we remain a captive nation?
Thank you so much, Bhumi. So what is happening here is that Abhay Charan, who is Srila Prabhupada, has grown up. He is a man, a young man now, and that's his father. His father is guiding him throughout. He wants Abhay or Srila Prabhupada to advance further in spiritual practices. So he is guiding him in every decision he wants to make. Now, we also see here how Srila Prabhupada was involved in Gandhiji's independence movement. And then one of his friends suggests about meeting a holy man. A holy man is a person, a religious leader, you can say, who is involved in spiritual practices. So he's talking, but Srila Prabhupada is not so interested here. He's saying, I have met many sadhus. What is the point? It's a waste of time. But the friend is insistent that I have met him. You must meet him once and see how you feel about it. Now comes in, who comes in? This is a very special person. We will get to know his name. So this is the holy man his friend was talking about. And both of them go and meet him. And what does he say? He talks about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message, that why don't you spread his message throughout the world? But Srila Prabhupada is still confused. He's in doubt. He says, who will hear it? Because we were not an independent nation then. India was not a free country back then. So he said, our immediate requirement is to free the country. Who will hear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message? Who is this person? Who is this holy man? This holy man is the future spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. His name was Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur, a very important personality. So let's read further. Do we have any more volunteers? Monica, do you want to give it a try, or we have new volunteers? Ashi, do you want to read?
Yeah.
Sure, continue, please.
From these things, right?
Yes, these.
Okay. These things, questions of political power, are all temporary. But love for Krishna, the Supreme Lord, is beyond all time and politics. The prime concern for humanity is to stop birth and death by developing Krishna consciousness. Abhay often thought of the request made of him by Bhakti Siddhanta. What did you think of him, Abhay? Strangely, I am happy he defeated me. I was impressed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are in good hands. Such a wonderful, saintly person. Certainly I would like to fulfill his order, but how can I leave my family? Abhay's chemical business quickly became successful, and he moved to Allahabad to open a new branch. In Allahabad, Bhakti Siddhanta's disciples visited his business. Oh yes, I met your guru in Calcutta and think of him always. Certainly, I will help you in any way I can. Abhay began to take an active interest in helping Bhakti Siddhanta missions. In 1932, at the urging of other disciplines, Abhay was formally initiated.
All right, Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Ashi. So what has happened is that he met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur here, and then further, he's still not so sure. But then after meeting him, the friend asks that, how did you feel about it? Was it nice to meet him? I'm sorry, I missed a point. So while talking to his future spiritual master, the important thing that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentioned was that you are talking about freedom of the country, which is temporary. These questions are temporary. The most important thing is love for Krishna. That is the most important thing. This is a very important message. Love for Krishna is very important and the most important beyond everything else. And he also said that the biggest problem for humanity is to stop birth and death by developing Krishna consciousness. The cycle of birth and death, that needs to be stopped. And after meeting him, the friend asks, "So, how was it? How did you feel after meeting him?" And Srila Prabhupada, his point of view had changed completely. He was very happy. And he said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are in good hands. But he remembered the message that his future spiritual master had given him. And he used to completely think about it, that how would I fulfill his order because I have a family? How can I leave my family? He is in doubt and he is struggling that how can I do that? He also has a flourishing, a well-doing business that he's taking care of. But simultaneously, he was involved with in spiritual practices with Bhakti Siddhanta's disciples. So he is performing his spiritual duties too, along with his family duties. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just two things, Mataji.
Sure.
If you allow. First, you can zoom in. At the bottom, you can see one zoom out and zoom in button. At the right hand bottom, just zoom in just a bit so that it is visible for everyone. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Prabhuji. Is it visible? Is it better?
It is a lot better. You can zoom in once again. It would become even better. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it
Yes?
is. Yeah. It is looking very, very good now. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yes.
So this is one part. Second part is, look, there is one very beautiful learning out here. What Mataji was saying. All through his life, he was captivated to Mahatma Gandhi's preaching and his mission and his discussion of things. Correct? But on just one sentence of his guru, which was Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he changed himself. That is what we have to do. Whatever you understand, whatever you know, whatever you think, that is one thing. But when Guru says, you must accept. Because Guru is of the topmost level. It is very difficult for anyone to be of that level. Yeah? So he changed all his views just by meeting Guru once. That is the amazing thing which happened. Okay, let's continue. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let's continue.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Naksha, do you want to continue reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Ma'am, from in 1932.
Yes, you can read it from here.
In 1932, at the urging of other disciples, Abai was formally
Initiated. Yes.
Seeing his devoted activities, the sannyasis asked Bhakti Siddhanta to ask Abai to come and live with them. Oh, Master, he could render
Yes.
such valuable service. No, leave him alone. He will accomplish great things in his own good time. Then, just as before departing from the world, Bhaktisiddhanta wrote to Abai, please preach the Krishna consciousness in the English language. It will benefit you and others. In pursuance of this order, Abai founded the English fortnightly Back to Godhead in 1944. Many years later, Abai had a recurring dream how it is time for you.
Now.
Okay.
Now
Sir?
it is.
Now it is okay. To take sannyasa, how can I leave my family? So in 1959, Abhay took sannyasa life and received the name A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Thank you so much, Naksh. Thank you, Hare Krishna. I just want to go over this once we and then we can go ahead. So in 1932, he was formally initiated. What does initiation mean? Initiation means that he was formally, he started his spiritual journey, and that is his spiritual master. And they all witnessed the ceremony, and so he was formally initiated. Now, Abhay had to, the devotees, the other disciples of his master, they all wanted Abhay or Srila Prabhupada to come and live with them. But then what did his master, his spiritual master say? He said that leave him alone and give him some time. He will accomplish great things in his own good time. So he did not insist, or he was in no rush. And then before departing, before leaving this world, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada with his last message, his last order for him. And what was that? That he should preach Krishna consciousness in this English language, because he knew English. So he said, preach the whole world about Krishna consciousness, and it will benefit him, Srila Prabhupada, as well as others. That was his last order. Now let's see how Srila Prabhupada carried his order and what he did based on this order, what all he did. So in 1944, there was a newspaper which was fortnightly published. Fortnight means every 2 weeks. It was published every 2 weeks. The name was Back to Godhead. Godhead means Krishna, back to Krishna, back to Godhead. So that happened, but then again, he continued having this recurring dream, a dream that repeatedly comes. And what was the dream? That his master is saying that it's time for you to take sannyasa. But Srila Prabhupada is a little confused because he had family to take care of. Finally, in 1959, he took sannyasa. Sannyasa means when you give up material life, the material opulences. That is sannyasa. So in 1959, Srila Prabhupada took sannyasa, and that is when he received his name, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Anyone else who would like to read? We have Purnima. Purnima, do you want to read, please?
Yes, Mataji, sure. From O. Keshava Maharaja, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. O. Keshava Maharaj, I had a dream that I am to take sannyasa, but how can I leave my family? As your god brother, I can only repeat to you our Guru's request that you can preach in the Western countries. He then went to Vrindavan to prepare to fulfill Bhakti Siddhanta's order. In November 1935, Abhaya and his son visited Bhakti Siddhanta at sacred Radhakund Lake in Vrindavan. Abhaya had
It's
earned
Vrindavan.
Abhaya had earned a reputation for his literacy skills, and Bhakti Siddhanta told him, if you ever have money, you should print books on the science of Krishna consciousness. That instruction remained with Abhaya throughout his life. If you ever have money, print books. Bhakti Vedanta Swami soon became well among the Brijavasis as a very strict sannyasi. Look, here he comes, right on time. Every day he passes by here, chanting on his beats. While in Vrindavan, he wrote and translated many books into the English language. He often journeyed to Delhi to sell his books and to try and get help for his mission. Surely, by the grace of Krishna, someone will help me in my mission to go to the West. Today, I'm to meet with Prime Minister Shastri. He is a pious man, certainly. certainly will help me. At their meeting, I'm pleased to present to you my translation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you, Swamiji. You are doing such important work for the salvation of mankind. After the meeting was over, he is a pious man, and meeting him was encouraging. But still, I am alone, without help in my mission. Back in Vrindavan, he continued to work and meditate on the order of his Guru.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Purnima. So we see here how he went and met his spiritual master. First of all, he went to Vrindavan to fulfill his guru's order, and then he went with his son to see him in November 1935, where his master, his spiritual guru, said that if ever you have money, you should print books. And print books about what? About Krishna consciousness. So that message stayed with him. He kept thinking over it. He kept meditating over it. Meditating means thinking over it, thinking thoughtfully. That what should I do about it? And then since he was staying in Vrindavan, he was by Brijvasis. Brijvasis means the residents of Vrindavan. He called him a strict sannyasi because he was very disciplined. Every day at specific time, he used to pass by with chanting beads, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Everybody saw that. Everybody knew him as a disciplined saint. And he simultaneously, he was also translating, writing books. Why was he doing that? Because that was the order of his guru, that you have to you have to write and print books about Krishna consciousness. So that is what he followed. He often went to Delhi to sell the books because his ultimate mission was to go to the West, as his guru had ordered that you need to spread Krishna consciousness to the whole world. So his aim was to go to the West and spread Krishna consciousness. And so he kept meeting important people like Prime Minister Shastri in those days. I don't think you all were born. You are so little right now. So at their meeting, Prime Minister Shastri, he really appreciated his work, how he had translated Srimad Bhagavatam. But then again, Srila Prabhupada was thinking, he is a very pure man, and he did appreciate, he encouraged me, but then I'm still alone. I need to fulfill the order, the words of my guru. What should I do? And then he still continued. Look at him looking at his guru for inspiration, that I need to follow his order. What can I do next? Can we have Monica? Do you want to read? Give it a try again. Other devotees can also participate. Yes, we would love to hear your lovely voices. Kiranmai, you can start reading.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
In 1965, after publishing 3 volumes of his work, Srimad Bhagavatam, he felt himself ready to set out for America. And so he approached Sumati Murarji, owner of Scindia Steamship Lines. My dear lady, I wish to go to America to preach the message of the Vedic literature. Please grant me free passage on one of your ships. Americans are leaders of the world. If they take to it, it can be spread. Oh Swamiji, you don't know about America. It is very different from India. I think it is wise that you do not go to that sinful place. I have a sponsor in Pennsylvania, and I have dedicated my life to this purpose, so I am determined to go. Well, all right, but I'll give you a round-trip ticket, so you may also return. Before leaving for America, Bhaktivedanta Swami visited Bhakti Siddhanta Samadhi in Mayapur. You have ordered me to preach in the West, and now, after many years, I am going. Please give me your blessings and pray to Krishna to protect me. Once back in Calcutta, he boarded the ship Jaladutta. Oh yes, I have great expectations. Do you really think that America is the best place to go, Swamiji? America hardly seems ready for his message. It seems such a difficult task for someone his age. Well, you have to admire him for trying. Wind, rain, and rough seas made the early part of the voyage difficult. Bhaktivedanta Swami found solace in reading about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Alas, the voyage was hard for someone his age, and he suffered heart attacks on 2 successive nights. If the pain comes again, I'll not last another night. Then on the 3rd night, he had a dream. Don't worry, Abhay Charan. Go on with your mission. I will protect you.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kiran Bhai. So what we saw here is how Srila Prabhupada wanted to go to the West. So what he did was he spoke to this lady, the owner of the steamship lines, talking about if she can let him go for free, because he did not have enough money. But then she was not motivating him. She said, why do you want to go to the West in the first place? It's a sinful place. Why do you want to go there? And then what was Srila Prabhupada's idea? His idea was that Americans are the leaders. So if I can spread Krishna consciousness there, I can spread Krishna consciousness in the whole world. So that was his idea, because he had to fulfill the order of his guru. He could not just ignore his words. So again, he was insistent that I have a sponsor. Sponsor means a person who can pay for the cost, who can, for example, if I want to go from India to America, and if I have a sponsor, so the sponsor pays or takes care of that person. So he says, I have a sponsor in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is in America. And then the lady says that, okay, I will give you a round trip. She's giving round trip, both to and fro ticket, because she says, okay, if you want to come back, you can easily come back too. So, but Srila Prabhupada, he is very confident. And before leaving, what he does, he visits his master's samadhi in Mayapur for blessings. And he says, give me your blessings and please pray to Krishna to protect me. And there he starts on this voyage. He boarded the ship named Jaladuta from Calcutta to go to America. And still he is hearing people here on the ship too, not so motivating. Why is he going? He's so old. And then he is facing difficulties too. It's not a peaceful journey. There's a big storm in the voyage. And then not only that, he is sick. He had suffered 2 heart attacks. And he was in pain. He was not sure himself if he is going to make it, because he's so unwell. But then who steps in? Krishna. Krishna steps in and he says, don't worry, Abhay Charan. I will protect you. Once you have Krishna with you, do you need to worry about anything? Do you need to be scared? Do you need to think about anything? I don't think so. You need Krishna by your side. If you have Krishna, that is the best. Prabhuji, should we stop here? And yes, I want to end the session here, and we can continue with the question and answers. But before that, I have a little bit of homework for all of you. The homework would be, I want you to spread the word that we are having this class here. You play with your friends, you see your friends in your class. Please tell them that we are talking about Krishna. Ask them to join us. That is your homework for tonight. And for the next 5-6 days, we're going to meet next Sunday again. Invite them, invite your cousins, invite your family. Let's talk about Krishna, spread Krishna's love, and be happy. Okay? So I will end this here. Anyone who has any questions can raise their hands.
Mataji?
Yes, Hare Krishna, Monica.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I have 2 points.
Yes.
Mataji, when please down the pictures of this life story.
Down.
Means when he wrote the letter and to tell the send English language to
Yes.
the Krishna.
Yes.
Please down the picture.
You want to see the picture?
No.
what is the meaning of conscience? Means
Consciousness.
something-
Consciousness?
Yes.
Okay. Krishna consciousness means being aware about Krishna, realizing that Krishna is there, realizing and feeling the love of Krishna, and realizing that Krishna is there to help. He's always there with you. That is Krishna consciousness, being totally dependent on Krishna and loving Krishna and feeling his love. That is Krishna consciousness. Also, the homework that I'm giving you for tonight and the next 4 or 5 days to talk about Krishna, that is also Krishna consciousness. That when you talk to people about it, when you tell them that you should join classes, that is also Krishna consciousness. So all of this means Krishna consciousness, that you're aware of Krishna. Did you get it? Or should I tell you more?
Yes, Mataji. And one more point.
Yeah.
My name is not Monica. Monica is my mother's name.
Okay. What is your name?
Avigna.
Avigna? Okay. Next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename you, because when I see that name, no, Prabhuji, we're not going to do that? Okay. I'll try to remember Monica. Avigna, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will try and remember your name. But you can correct me if I again call you by the wrong name. You will do that?
Okay. Okay, Mataji.
Thank you.
Next, I want to listen Krishna's story.
Huh? Say that again.
I want to just listen the importance of Krishna.
Yes.
I don't want my name correctly.
That is very
Very
nice
good.
of you. Thank you so much for saying that. That you feel that Krishna is more important. Thank you so much. And correct me if I'm wrong about your name again. Hare Krishna. Anyone else has any questions? Anything you want to share before we end the session? Prabhuji?
Hare
Do you want
Krishna,
to
Hare
say
Krishna,
something?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Mataji is explaining everything so nicely. Please focus. I mean, even I felt very, very happy hearing Mataji, and I'm not glorifying Mataji. It was honest review. Please, everyone, please be focused. And Mataji is speaking in such simple words, and she is explaining. Everyone, please keep on joining and hear Krishna's message and share Krishna's message. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We would not have long sessions. Yeah. We could have completed the entire book today, but we are not doing that. Right? We are not doing that for a purpose, because putting kids, putting you all in such a pressurizing situation wherein we complete and you do not understand each and everything, it does not make any sense. We would try to go slow and try and understand in simple and very interesting words. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, should we do Vaishnava Pranam Mantra, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes.
वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च
कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की
जय
इस डिवाइन श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
भगवद गीता की
Jai.
सभी भक्तों की
Jai.
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
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 हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम,
राम
हरे
राम
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण
Prabhuji, thank you so much. Sorry for making any mistakes I did. I will try to improve. Thank you so much.
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा everyone हरे कृष्णा माताजी हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
हरे
Hare
कृष्णा
Krishna.
any other questions you all have?
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Any other questions you all have? Anything regarding Bhagavad Gita, regarding me, regarding Mataji, regarding anyone, regarding anything that you have in your mind? I used to say for 18 days you do not ask any question. Now I am saying if you have any question, keep on asking. Yeah? Keep on asking.
Prabhuji,
Keep on asking. Yeah, I am here.
one more doubt I have.
Yeah. Mataji, help me with her name. You remember her name? If you do not remember, she could
Prabhuji,
be
it's Avigna.
Avigna. Yes. Very good. Avigna, yeah.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
did you, in starting of Bhagavad Gita, you tell about Krishna and you tell one person had three-hearted dog and in means
Keep on saying.
means you started when Bhagavad Gita you tell
Hmm.
he had a three-hearted dog, but he measured that Krishna is protecting me. I am not dead.
What is
Starting of Bhagavad Gita.
What is Avigna saying? Three-hearted?
One person had three-hearted dog in journey.
Yeah, His Divine Srila Prabhupada had. Actually, he had 2 heart attacks right now. He had 2 heart attacks, right? And he survived. If he had third heart attack, suppose somebody has 3 heart attacks consequently. So 1 happened, 2 happened, another third happened. Then it would be a big this one setback, and people could not survive. But what happened? He had another heart attack sometime later. So 1 heart attack he had one day, second heart attack he had another day, and in ship he survived. Thereafter, after reaching, he got another heart attack. After he reached to America, you would see, he would get one more heart attack. So he had 3 heart attacks, but third one was later. Correct. Very precisely she noted. Hari Hari Bol. She noted very precisely. Prabhuji, you told about 3. Here it is 2. How can it be 2? Wow, Avigna. Amazing.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Amazing. Such precisely she is noting. Huh? Very good. Yes, anyone else? I am telling you, even 70, 80-year-old people would not be noting this far. Yeah? So it was really very wonderful of you to note like that. Very good. Hare Krishna. Yes, anyone else? No one? No questions regarding anything? Very good. Keep on joining, keep on chanting, keep on spreading Krishna's love. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Thank you so much for joining. Please come back and bring your friends, your cousins, your relatives. Please bring them to hear about Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I do not like to end, but I have to end. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And it is not ending. There is some snap. It is not ending. It says no. Class should go on. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. There is some snag. It would end in